First series, they'll be on a T side to start with. Sorry, the CT side to start with on Anubis. So it may be a rough half for them if things go as they often do. No Julies in the pistol anywhere whatsoever. Xantares, as per usual, will be the raid boss for the T side pistol, the P250 with Kevlar. Christmas has come early for him.
Yeah, a little surprised not to see those dualies, especially around this B side of the map. There are a lot of close range angles to work with. Eternal Fire taking a lot of time here. Seeing if Xantares can find a fair fight early and pop ahead. Looks like he will be sent on a mission with Wakadia at mid. Rest of the team outside this A site, so a split being prepared. A couple of CTs in position, trying to move forward, but Wakadia finds both of them, and that might just put the round to bed right then and there. At least they have a kit, MIBR, but they're so far away from this.
Picks up some extra range, but Brennazan's got some range of his own with that USP. More work to be done for MIBR. Odds don't look good for this one. Maybe a smoke grenade could isolate some fights here. Xantares having a look while the rest wait. Is there any way they find a smoke defuse here? Smoke has been deployed on that bomb now. Safe's got to get there, but they might stop him with these Glocks. Brennazan's dropped, as is Safe, as is Drop as well. Eternal Fire with a solid pistol post-plant. Thank you and good night.
Wakadia again, getting off to that good start with a couple of entries. This time Xantares not needed in the early round. He comes through in the late round instead. And it's that 1-2 punch we've grown to know and love. Oh, just running and gunning on the first man and then exit. Always going to be in trouble there. One kill brought MIBR a slight chance, but Xantares long range with that P250, cleaning up.
The Glocks feel pretty strong in this game, and I think Eternal Fire did a good job of closing the distance to abuse the magazine size as well.
Any mollies, any nades for this position? Maybe not needed. Nope, not needed at all.
A fast eco round is a good eco round. Consider me satisfied. Get out of the way.
Absolutely.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
I was going to say, when you said satisfied, that's when I was expecting you to go ahead and go boom.
I know, but I've got a big hand, it's a small can.
Fair enough. Well, we do have the rifles out for MIBR. See what they can do with them. They don't fall too far behind early here, but we know the CT side can be tricky on this map specifically. Xantares wiping that smoke just as it was about to fade anyway. These A splits can be pretty effective. We'll see what Xantares can do on mid. Oh, it was a shoulder spotted, but Insani able to win out in that duel.
That's a hell of a duel to win. That's a lot of space created and really raises the potential for flanks. Threats will be high. Eternal Fire making their way through the smoke, but there's many other smokes as well. Look how they wiped a bomb site though. Exit's in trouble. He needs to keep this space operational for his squad to come in for the retake. Bomb not planted just yet. And then here we go. There's good util for Drop if he can find an angle to throw it. A molly behind that bomb site could really help. Will be given to Exit. So Drop can send it. He's the man who knows the angles, I presume. There you go, those angles for the bomb site itself. Won't have a molly in. They can show and prove, or try to. Calix and Woxic will both get dropped though. MIBR winning all the duels on a retake to find their first round.
Looks very dangerous for them. I love the way Eternal Fire wiped that smoke. They were able to get through it before they had to make their push into the site. First two players you see with clear vision as to where they need to go. They even get those kills around that smoke. Or maybe slight bit of Xantares spotted there. There are those two kills on the edge of the smoke. As you said though, Exit just gets that one kill, tucks back, Make sure he can work with his team on the retake. That was a really important frag to find. If he loses that, the round is over. Instead, he sets himself up on the retake, gets a couple more kills, and MIBR get their first round on the board.
3 AKs on the CT side now as well. Will give them some better dueling power if they're fast enough on that first bullet. Could be the difference maker. A lot of pressure in mid for Ansani.
Didn't wipe that smoke, even though there was a flash in for him.
This feels high variance now.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're going to stand their ground in a two-man setup. The pre-fire is there, but also the trade. The numbers game is overwhelming in this mid position, and Safe's got nowhere to go. 4 and 3 for Eternal Fire, looking to move straight into the A-bomb site. Smokes everywhere, exit alone. That should be the round. No position to be had for MIBR. Nothing else to be done.
And again, Major just using his 2 sharpest tools in Wakadia and Xantares, sending them in early in the round. Knows that MIBR are somewhat likely to want to fight mid. And if they do want to fight mid, he wants to take the fight to them. He thinks he's got the players to do it. And if Xantares and Wakadia can win a few more rounds like that for Eternal Fire, suddenly MIBR will feel under pressure here. Are these guns allowed to be saved? Calix, the man who has that answer. Benazan denies him. So it looks like they will be okay to hold on to 2 rifles. But 2 is not the magic number. Normally it's 3. So we'll see if MIBR can salvage a buy or whether they just have to concede into a half buy in this one.
Very abusive, oppressive play we're seeing from Eternal Fire. Exploiting the advantages the map affords them.
I remember when this map first came out, Eternal Fire put a lot of time into it. They had some really cool nade stacks. They had a lot of cool ideas in mind. So even though this isn't one of Eternal Fire's strongest maps now, it's obviously a map they have some reps on. They know how to play. So similar to the first map, would not be surprised if we get a close one here.
1 foot in the grand finals, Eternal Fire. Maybe a long half for MIBR on the CT side of Anubis. No challenge in mid from the CTs. Sani, such a good player. The 5-7 at this range really could be catastrophic for Eternal Fire. That's a very promising start from Brenazan. They haven't even seen a second player. Hasn't been required just yet. They've got enough players on A to even send one out. Find out what's going on outside. Reposition accordingly. You can see Exit keeping an eye on Xantares' position. MIBR not too curious. And Eternal Fire will run out of time soon.
Yeah, 25 seconds. They're still so spread. It looks like Woxic is just going to go and sell this fake on the other side of the map.
This should... Ooh, this is a big gamble for Eternal Fire. They're risking losing more rifles to the CT side. Kind of leaning towards a save there with the 3 weapons, especially considering their money.
Counter-terrorists win.
I think they were asking way too much with the time and their map control, or lack of at that point. Especially having run into a rifle and left one on the floor.
Yeah, that's a rough round. Just losing these first 2 fights. They don't use nades on this angle. They hope they can set up the trade. But Major and Calix in first this time. And I thought we were just going to see Wakadia and Xantares continue to take a lot of the early fights for the team because they've been so successful. This is a round where it's some of the other players that try and get involved. And you can see for Eternal Fire, outside of Wakadia and Xantares, no one else has really showed up here. That will have to change as this map goes on. And with Woxic saving that AWP, it's mostly eyes on him in this round.
No frags for either AWP just yet. I think it was Woxic who goes through his grenades with the mouse wheel.
Oh, wow. I wish I didn't know that.
I saw it yesterday. I could see him cycling through the grenades. More on that later. He'll be holding the angle as his teammates spread across the bomb site, and there's Woxic to create some space. The pistols find success again. Even one Tech-9 is enough for a bad omen for the opponent.
Rifles recovered as well in a 3-on-3. This looks great for Eternal Fire.
This is the perfect potion for MIBR to lose everything they're carrying right now. This is basically a suicide mission if they go for this. These angles are so bad for them. So bad. It's just that small window where you have enough, you feel like you have enough to just go and lose everything else that you're carrying. There's another example of it. A very painful round for the CT side.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. For Eternal Fire, though, explosive play onto the site, and just getting that first kill helps significantly because then Woxic able to post up after he gets that information. Even trades onto the site, always good. Especially when you took the site so quickly. There's no chance for MIBR to respond because it was such a passive setup coming in out from MIBR there.
You can see how important it is to hold that high ground for the retake as well. Once that close to left has been taken, then it is quite problematic.
Yeah, I almost feel like they were trying to play far back and passive so that those rifles wouldn't be given over to the opponents. But even if you play far back, if you do go down that quickly, Eternal Fire are going to get those rifles, and you saw what difference that made.
They've got 4 scopes on the CT side now, MIBR. This is quite the response. They want to duel, they want to fight, they want to stop Eternal Fire from playing their game, from setting the pace. And with their utility, they'll do that to some degree. They'll force MIBR away from mid, but MIBR have got that early pick. They tend to do well when they get this. In this series, they often need this as well.
Woxic taken down early as well, who had that AWP from the previous round. So a little disappointing there to lose that fight at range.
You can see MIBR are okay with giving up mid at certain spots. Won't be the first time Eternal Fire have held around mid, waiting for a peek from the CTs that doesn't come. It really kills time for them. And there is util for MIBR as well. They have multiple smokes. With good timing. Oh, maybe he can isolate the fight. At least it's a bomb carrier going in first. Major still standing though. Safe in battle sniper mode. Goes QQ and can't fire his gun in time.
Again, a 3v3 on this bomb site. This time Major on a single point of health, but he will get that bomb down. Smoke up from Calyx. What great timing for that one, because there's 2 players coming in here, but the flash on point, Calyx blinded. Major able to bring one back, but Drop finds him in reply. It's all on Wicadia, and he doesn't spot that man. MIBR this time coordinate on that A retake.
Very urgent round for MIBR to win. They need as many rounds on this CT side as possible. It is hard, but it's doable. Three orgs around the AWP. Promising start for them. Again, Save just trying to get out of danger, but danger was all around him. Drop an exit towards the end. That frag with the 5-7 was so important. And even with the bomb plant, we'll see shortcomings in the buy from Eternal Fire now. Mixed bag as far as the util goes. Tech-9 rears its ugly head once again.
Oh man, everyone to be early, but look at MIBR. They've got 3 CT stacked on this site.
Brenizan ready for them. It's a very rough start for Eternal Fire. Not much money behind this either. That is a disastrous beginning in this round. but great for MIBR. They need to win this in the numbers. They've got no money either. Everybody's hurting a bit. Perfect timing for Major. He wants to pick up the AK. No reload required either. They basically have to concentrate their efforts somewhere. They have a molly. Where was that? Okay, Xantares has caught safe creeping. And maybe there's a way in. I don't know if you want to duel him further. Xantares lurking around, not carrying the bomb. Where are the other two, though? There's one, there's the other one. And that's the round shut down.
Jarlena's down on for the ace right now. Got those first 2 kills, denying them in that choke point. Xantares doing what he can on the other side of the map. I think you see a little frustration there from Xantares, just saying, well, what can I do? All his teammates die elsewhere. He gets a couple, but it's MIBR able to shut down that play. I think for Eternal Fire, they wanted that quick set play. You could see that's what they were going for, but you've got to get out of that choke point. You've got to use utility to make sure you get into the site, and that's when you can swarm it. MIBR very well prepared for it, though, with those players stacked on that site ahead of time. And this is now turning into a pretty solid CT start here for MIBR. 4 rounds already. If they can keep this up, they would be in good shape here.
Xantares always a threat, but the positioning from Brennezan was very good. MIBR looking to build in this first half now. These are the kinds of rounds where these Tech 9s come out. It seems like they work more often than they don't. I think we're going to see more and more of this. Here's a lineup for those of you at home. Or at DreamHack. Look how control has been taken. Now, this is the problem. Even without the frags, they get onto the bomb site early. And now it's all close quarters angles that their CTs have to walk into. That could be a problem trying to execute as that bomb is planted. So far, so good. Brennezan, good for a multi-kill today, running low on the bullets. But exits here to clean up, switches for a new rifle. Major and Calix remain. 1 rifle for Major as well. Calix in the red. Who goes first? Surely it's Calix first to go first. Major can take a fight. He's got the Kevlar. Peeking now as he tries to hold a good angle. Smokes will be out. Brennezan will be deleted. 2 versus 2. Reload required. Major now 1 versus 2. Catches exit, but Safe is here to trade. He's got time to defuse an expensive round, but they take the lead.
Yeah, smart play from Safe there. Instead of sticking the bomb, he realizes once he taps it, there's a decent chance Major's going to have to come out into the open because his teammate was fighting on a pretty aggressive front. So instead of sticking the bomb, Safe comes out from the side. And even if Major wins that first fight, there is no way he's going to be able to turn around in time. Still a very good round in terms of damage and even coming close to winning it here. I love that Major swung before that smoke bloomed. Just tried to catch a player peeking a little too soon. It worked out well for him. He's rising the board in terms of frags, but it's MIBR rising in terms of rounds 1. 3 in a row now for the Brazilians. Can Eternal Fire put a stop to that here? Gotta remember, Eternal Fire won the pistol, got a 2-0 lead. And this is a map where you're often aiming for 70 rounds. So for MIBR to recover this well is very impressive.
CT side showing promise. Now that is a flashbang. Not the result they were looking for. Lovely to watch sailing in, though. The approach in mid will be stunted in round 10 for Eternal Fire. Woxic is forced to consider his options. Plenty of util remaining for MIBR. Speaking of which, he didn't see Major. Now, seeing no one there, will they read too much into that? Because as we know, it's a busy area. Starting to move into the A bomb site then. Exits dropped, but Insani is still here. Again, he needs to hold this area for the retake, but that may be hard as he is surrounded by Flame. Smokes will isolate him as well. But there's no closer challenge just yet. Boxing the plant 4-on-4. Insani, instant transfer. Brenizan to clean up. That changes the complexion of this round completely. Bomb is planted, Woxic in the clutch. That pillar won't help him enough. Round 6 is here for MIBR.
Gotta say, we've been singing Insani's praises all tournament long. But Brenizan, oftentimes a star for this MIBR team as well. And look at the game he's having here. 15 for 6. That is a stunning stat line. Very capable rifler in his own right. He's been their second highest rated player at this event for MIBR. And if he can continue to play like this, then Eternal Fire have a problem on their hands. Insani did great work in this round though, getting that 1 kill, keeping himself alive as that pillar at the back of the site. And now MIBR going for a double AWP setup. Brenizan having a great game and deciding why not go for the AWP as well.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh no.
That's a huge kill.
That just came out of nowhere.
Eternal Fire have like no nades in this round. So they needed to find an opening somehow. And that'll do the trick nicely.
I was just thinking to myself, oh, what if, I think we'll see mixed timings on those grenades through the smoke.
Yeah.
That one really didn't work out. Brenizan looking to do more. He's done so much already, but he is done this time. 4-on-2 for Eternal Fire. What's the money like? The money sucks. They're done with this round.
Wow, that kind of came out of nowhere for Eternal Fire. They'd lost 4 in a row in the previous rounds. And then Major, who has really showed up in these recent rounds. He has rocketed to the top of the scoreboard. Gets them a big opening kill. And it makes them so much more confident in their ability to move into B. They know they've taken out a player early. They likely don't have to worry about that angle down below in towards the sewer. And so they just pounce onto the site. A quick round, but a nice round for Eternal Fire to find. At least a 5th on the board guaranteed. And heading into the last round of the half, they'll be hoping they can tie things up at 6 apiece.
Very sparkly chain, Insani. Must be new.
I like it. I like the sparkles. Stuck on an MP9 in this round. Everyone else having their weapon of choice.
MP9's a weapon of luxury, how dare you?
Let's see about that.
Ooh. Different level of aggression. Arcadia looking for a chain flash, and that'll cost him.
This is a crazy half from Brenizan. If you got 20 kills in MR15, that would be great. He's up to 17. He's not far off that. Been a beast on this B site. Meanwhile, Safe taking huge damage over on A. The bomb is not here, but Eternal Fire trying to put a lot of pressure on this position. Oh God, Safe down to 10. Having to dodge nades left, right, and center. Luckily for him, no nades left for Eternal Fire. So he should be okay.
Very deep presence on that bomb site. And you can see it's still a very busy area. The heat map is filled with CTs. They are devoid of information in that regard. Brenizan's been left on an island. He's been so dependable in this half so far. Drops on the way back now. HE of his own. 38 seconds on the clock for Eternal Fire. They have cut noise. They are in location unknown. They are filling the numbers on this bomb site. And Antares in a huge fight. Calyx is here as well. MIBR have to go for this no matter what. 3-on-4. Safe still standing with the AWP. They have no util for this retake. Just their bodies to throw at the problem. What a problem it is. Woxic with a great angle. Calix is a good one too. Big swing from the MP9, but it won't be enough. Safe needs a miracle to find a way through this one. No kit in his hands, no health either. Tied at half-time. All favor to MIBR if you ask me. Spin the wheel at DreamHack. We'll see you after the break.
Yeah. Your life hits hard, but I hit right back. I never back down. I keep it on track. It's the same day with no problems. I keep rising from the bottom. Cause when the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love. I can hear that sound. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. And then I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems. Yes, every day was a war. Yeah, it kinda took a while. Tell me I should stay, I just jump with a smile. Yeah, it's hard until you notice. Everybody's got their moment. When the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love. I can hear the sound. Listen up. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems. Cause I got no problems. Cause I got no problems. Do you feel it down? Say it, no. No problem. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. Have none I need to worry about, cause I got no problem. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. Have none I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems.
You ask if we could talk, but then say nothing.
Is this MIBR's game to win? I think score-wise, they did a stellar job on the CT side. They have given themselves plenty of space against an Eternal Fire who love themselves some Anubis.
Yeah, definitely looking good here in this one. But we've got to wait and see if MIBR can close it out. Eternal Fire went a little quiet throughout that half at points. Actually Major who ends up being the top fragger for them. The in-game leader leading by example for Eternal Fire. Meanwhile, all this utility again for MIBR. They love the utility on the pistols. They're about to show us why.
I've got a phobia of fire. Not sure if I can cope with this on the B bomb site. Zantares playing anti-flash for Cadia. The initial engager, the contact man. Contact has been made, and Zantares with these Julies up close, waiting for a second opportunity, but he'll be denied by Exit, who's found two so far. Keeps it a 3-on-3, rotation on the way. Woxic making inroads towards the B-bomb site, but also wondering about mid. No one's there. Major coming in from the back, and they are looking for him to some degree, but surely he gets a headshot here. Just waiting for him to stop moving. Lovely from Major. Takes him a while to realize. And it's all too late. 3K from him. They never saw him coming.
Both pistols won by Eternal Fire. In the same way that MIBR won both pistols on the first map. That time, MIBR weren't able to close, even with those pistol round wins. But maybe Eternal Fire can show us how it's done. This was lovely from Major. Not always easy to get those players that quickly. You know you have the round in the palm of your hands. Executes effectively. Shows his team he's still locked in. If some of the other stars show up for Eternal Fire, there's a chance they could book their spot in the final here.
It's nothing worse than trying to one-tap someone who just won't stop moving.
Oh, I know.
It's just a recipe for embarrassment.
It shouldn't be embarrassing, because everyone does it, and it's hard to do.
Everything I do in CS is embarrassing.
Fair enough.
When I'm on the mouse and keyboard.
Blocks out. Alex might have some issues. That's a shot that blocks it. Sitting a little further back. Looks like MIBR might not have expected him to be there after Calix was fighting alone for so long. Looks like a solid cleanup then for Eternal Fire. Mostly we just wanted to keep those 3 rifles up. Bit of extra SMG cash always helps as well. Insani's trying to make himself a real nuisance.
He just wants a tech talk. Not tech talk, but a extended timeout for the squad.
He doesn't want to give it to the MP9, I rate it. Give it to the rifle instead. Well, 2-round lead for Eternal Fire, but here comes an early test for them. CT side of Anubis, notoriously difficult. And it's not even their map pick. But they have the lead for now. They can win a couple of key rounds. They've got a good opportunity here to try and steal away this semi-final on this very map. Look at the aggression early. I like this from Eternal Fire. Taking the fight to MIBR. Brazilian sitting back, and look at that. Zantares spotting that flare as the smoke got wiped.
Mollies are here again for MIBR.
No counter utility either, except for Woxic, and it doesn't look like he's going to use it. He's playing first contact right now.
Plenty of guns, though. Ooh, how do you find the angle now? He finds the angle. That's even better.
Good timing.
Even better. That really causes problems. What's Exit's role in this in the meantime? Ooh, that's a very nice shot from Insani. They don't need to commit to this. There's a minute on the clock. Exit has kept them some map control at the very least. He's kept the options open for them. Maybe that was his job.
42 seconds. Everything goes quiet. And Eternal Fire have to figure out what MIBR are doing. And Major will do just that. Damage onto the second. And he'll get some information for his team. That means Zantares can rotate into position. Molly's going to make life difficult for him, but he's still got line of sight here. Finally, that smoke arrives, but he's still going to spam away. They're going to jump over him. Arcadia in position, but the molly, not enough to force him away. He does go down afterwards, though. 2v2 on this site.
Calix charging in. The urgency was high. He wanted to find something before they got into their post-plant positions. Took the risk before Zantares was ready. And now Zantares finds himself alone. Good damage, but he needs some frags here. Trying to find that 1v1. Switching up for the other side. Catch is safe. Exit knows he's in trouble now. Goes for the white swing. Big headshot. That's such an important round for them to win as well. Got to stop the opponent from moving too far away in this second map.
It almost looked like Zantares started there, because I don't think he believed that wide swing was coming. He got confused. There's the initial kill for Zantares. The aggression was nice. It got brought back. And then this moment, I thought Major had done enough with the info he had gathered, but fair play to Exit. You see Zantares just caught in transition. The timing from Exit, the read was on point. And now this second half hangs in the balance because both teams have invested basically all their money into this round. An important swing round early in the half here. Major's been having a good game so far, playing that pivotal mid position right now. And he may be tested. A couple of MIBR players confident to move through the smoke. Major joining his teammates on A. That puts 3 players leaning to this A side of the map, and it looks like the right read here.
So risky to pull out a grenade from this distance. You never know when the swing might come. That HE, though, could be quite something. They've got to follow up on it, though. And now it's just down to Major. Drop will trade. So awkward it looked like in that round from Eternal Fire. Combined $50 for Wacadians and Antares. And he will be heard. He will be followed. Safe has to be careful, though, with 16 HP. MIBR showing life early in this second half. Again, they trail by 1. Anubis is a must-win for them if they want to make a play for the final. He is fast, isn't he? He is fast.
Would love to get away with an AK. If they are going to be on a low buy, that is the perfect gun for playmaking potential in the hands of Xantares. See MIBR a little concerned. Don't want to hunt too hard. Safe would love to upgrade himself from the Galil, but not able to do so. Either way, MIBR run into a decent stack there, and they handled it pretty well. Considering they got caught in that choke point coming in from mid, I thought they could be in trouble. I thought they could line up, but it looked like they positioned themselves well so that they were on 3 separate positions, even in that tight choke point. They didn't end up lining up for the Eternal Fire players. They're just about able to win those trades. 4-man B stack, while Xantares is told to do whatever the hell he wants elsewhere. Katie's gone into the smoke. The flash is ready. Enezan blinded and dealt with.
Wow.
Fantastic flash from Major.
Rings exit spell as well.
Can't steal the gun, but you still got Xantares with that AK. And there's always a chance when he's got that AK in hand. There's another flash for Major as well, so still more potential for those pistols to make plays.
Just swung with Wacadia, didn't get anything from it. MIBR are heading towards this bomb site. Where is Xantares? Bit far away for the time being.
Yeah, there's a chance he gets in on the flank, but I don't think Eternal Fire get him info early enough. He'd have to do it on his own accord. And maybe with the time ticking, there's a chance he makes that move. Now the nades are coming, though. I'm not sure he's going to get here in time.
Yeah, it might be about containment at this point. They've got pretty passive angles at the back, so if they can get some exit frags, maybe steal a rifle, that might be the most they can look for. But have a look at this push. Bomb has been planted. It's getting a little spicy now, a little crazy. Major with that USP. This is so awkward. There's only 2 remaining for them. Safe's on 19 HP. They could lose this round. Major has to stay alive. Look at the urgency. Drop chasing this frag as best he can. Everybody's low now. Xantares touching the bomb, inviting the peek. The angles are horrible for them. Down to the 1v1. Does he commit to this? Drop refuses to move. But he's starting to wonder. Xantares will lose the gun, but they have made that so expensive for the T side.
Yeah, it looked like Drop was very aware that it's unlikely Eternal Fire had a kit in that round, considering the investment. So he waits as long as possible. And Xantares actually gets caught trying to just run back for the save there. Unfortunate for him, but still whopping damage. And that can make a big difference in the long run. MIBR scrape their way into the lead, but that wasn't even meant to be a big test for them. This was meant to be the true test. Rifles out for Eternal Fire. Yeah, Major having a great game, but Xantares might be joining him. His form looking better and better by the round. Rifle in hand, what can he do in this corner? Oh, the spray, the lineup works for him. And there's still one more man on this site.
Oh, forced into the light is Wicadia, insta-trade. That's an important frag. Exit with 2, he's everywhere. Safe down to 4 HP, but standing with an AK is enough. They have over a minute to find a way in. Eternal Fire cannot cover everything. Does somebody risk a push for the information? Do they stay together? Tough decisions to be made. No kit for either player. No util, no pop flash, no easy way to get cheap information. Maximum risk.
Pretty bold from MIBR, splitting up like this. If Woxit got the timing right, he may have caught that bomb. Instead, it sneaks by. But safe on 4 health, must be screwed here. And now they'll figure it out. Surely they'll see, okay, we might have to send someone back to A because Exit has snuck past. 25 seconds, he'll get that bomb down with plenty of time. But how does he play this post-plant?
That position would suggest he's somewhere else. Looks like he's laying a trap for them. Does he engage immediately? Hasn't been seen. That is quite specific positioning.
Wow.
He is baiting them with that bomb plant, but Woxic starting to wonder. But again, he's got to hold down multiple jobs. Look at the trigger discipline from him. Doesn't get what he was looking for, but that play is very noble indeed.
Yeah, that's a good effort. You can see exactly what he's trying there. Very well could have pulled the trigger, decided against it. Unfortunately, ends up costing him in the long run, but not a bad attempt there from Exit, slipping through the cracks. This was that early spray down, though. The flashes are effective, but not good enough. Xantares can just spray away while blind, put himself in an angle where he's got the right crosshair placement. If he's taking fights, it's because those players have pushed into exactly where he's spraying. And that gets them off to a good enough start to secure the round and tie us up again. You've got to remember that round prior, where all the damage was done with a pretty low buy for Eternal Fire. That puts MIBR in a precarious position now. This has got the makings of a ridiculously close series. First map went to overtime. Second map tied up. If we do go to a third, who knows what to expect. But that's not guaranteed right now, especially with the scenario MIBR find themselves in. Saw briefly there by there, and it did not look good.
It's a pretty tough looking round. Good for an extended timeout, basically. Not sure how much they can really expect from this one. We've seen some good mileage with the Tech 9s and such, but might be a tall order on this occasion. Very minimal buy.
Again, that CT economy is not established, though. So if you can find 2, maybe even 3 kills, it will make a big difference as this game goes closer and closer into the late game.
Close the distance. Line up a pop flash. And who knows what could be. Wicadia swings afterwards to no avail. Emergency, press the big red button. We've got problems on the B bomb site. The util as well, 4 on 3. Rifles in the hands of 2 players at least. Look at the money for Eternal Fire. We've seen this scenario before. If they commit to this, they could lose everything. They could even lose the game. They might not recover from the loss here. Major sends it straight in past Brennezan, finds him with the 180. Now MIBR are outside the choke points. There's 1 smoke at least for Major. There are kits as well. This could just work out for Eternal Fire. Starting that defuse, someone's got to get on that spray. No one's getting that bomb diffuser though, and just like that, out in the open, with some help from the smoke, they will secure a round. That was looking very worrisome indeed.
Oh man, that got so scary. But once Major gets on that bomb, no one seems to be able to touch him. Gets the defuse all the way through. But even just the bomb plant means that MIBR will definitely be in good shape for this round. None of these rounds feel safe. None feel comfortable. And you can see what it means to Eternal Fire. They've actually got 2 SMGs in this very round. And they're going to take liberties again, take aggression, as you often have to do on the CT side of this map. Xantares unleashed early, but MIBR are very ready for this. It's a lot of map control lost. But it can be very awkward to hold on to this for the CTs. You don't have much cover down here. So I think they may just have to give that up.
They connect these teams. MIBR have almost all of their util. It'll provide them with a number of options, whereas Eternal Fire have dumped almost everything immediately. It's going to be a long round for those CTs. 50 seconds will feel like an eon as MIBR create space. Major holding onto a flash, smoke rather, in this mid position that he's keeping an eye on. Now if MIBR try and send it through a quickly deployed smoke with 3 players on that bomb site, it could be very costly indeed, but there is the smoke deployed. HE doesn't quite do the work there. The pre-fire from Major will be a good start. Xantares looking to clean up, but the pinch is here from MIBR, and that pinch really hurts Eternal Fire. 2 on 3. Bomb not planted just yet. Calyx closing the distance. Where does he go for the wide swing with this MP9? Lots of jiggling. That would have been a massive second frag. Half the info for Wakadia with this org creeping into the bomb site. Safe has to wonder where he might be. Wakadia may find himself a good angle here, but Safe starts to wonder himself, and that will tie the score. Wipes the money for Eternal Fire as well.
The nade fails to wipe the smoke, but the pinch ends up being so important instead. Splitting from both sides means even though a lot of those players are trying to rush in, that kill from Biarenazan allows him to flank that second player, make sure that they can get onto the site. You saw at the end there, Wikadia's instinct was that the player might still be on the site having planted the bomb. His instinct initially was right, but he looked away at the wrong time. Eternal Fire down to a terrible position for this round. Almost nothing to work with. And this game is getting more and more tense. Just a few rounds left in regulation. Oh, Biarenazan isn't aware fully. I think he may have an idea.
Oh,
now.
yes. Oh, juice. Way too much sugar in the diner. Woxic there. All right. There's some rifles to collect. That will certainly help. They could do with saving these, but they may lose them. So gamble on a unlikely round win, which won't happen. They move to 11 rounds then. I think that was an insta-save with those AKs. They can be the edge on the CT side.
Yeah, the money wasn't perfect either for Eternal Fire. We've got a FAMAS in the mix. We've got nades missing. So saving those guns might have been nice, but can't think about that. Got to focus on what they have. No kit in this round either for Eternal Fire. In a much-needed gun round. MIBR 1 away from map point here on their map pick. Looking to take us to a third. Eternal Fire looking to book their spot straight into the grand final. But they've got work to do here. Down by 1 round. If they lose this one, their money would not be good for the next. They kind of have to win right here.
Uh-oh. He's got another one. Now Torres is a HE. Send it. I want to see it on that pillar. I completely misread that hard. Never mind. Minute on the clock. Tani moving up mid. Nervous territory. When you're on a CT side, you're waiting to react, and it's all quiet. Eternal Fire love doing this on their T side. Woxic's position could prove strong, though. One false step, and that AWP gets firing. Oh, so many targets for him as well. Rounds the corner just in time. Calix is here to help hold the bomb site. He's been lost. Woxic trying to pre-fire him. They bait the shots at least. He's lost his angle. But they've got the man advantage, Eternal Fire. They need to hold that higher area. It's so important for them. Xantares goes down. The CT's re-emerging as that bomb is planted. And look at the frags raining for MIBR. Woxic with 12 HP. Does he go for this clutch though? How does he not? Where he's on the bomb site. He's found a 1v1. Not expecting a second on the site. Drop should have this one for free. He should. But will he? Oh no. Oh no, not like this. Surely not like this! Have you no morals? Have you no code?
That is absurd. The map on the line. And Drop actually goes for the knife. I would not have done that if I were him. But he's happy to do so. This looks so good for Eternal Fire initially. But then it ends like this. Absolutely brutal. A knife in the back. And Eternal Fire's chance is slim. And I felt like Xantares just got way too eager out of nowhere. I don't think the rest of Eternal Fire were really ready. I think they were trying to set up for retake. But he goes charging in. The rest of the team suddenly feel like they have to react. And the 5-on-3 slips by. That was a golden opportunity for Eternal Fire. Instead, MIBR have 2 map points, and Eternal Fire don't even have a proper buy. That might have been the moment that put this map to bed. Unless Eternal Fire can pull off some heroics here. They put all their faith in the MP9s. Will it reward them?
It's all about these HE grenades. Not those HE grenades, but the ones the CTs are holding. It's almost a fish for information there from Xantares. Trying to see through the smoke.
Oh. That was a beefy nade. Kadia was on just a little under half health there.
Punctured like a football on a motorway.
Xantares has been eager to get into action in these last couple of rounds, but I think too eager. Jiggling around that corner, he goes down. And this looks almost certain for MIBR to take this map and take us to a third.
Mirage Decider, AWP Paradise. Death by paper cuts, 1 by 1. MIBR have taken no damage in this round just yet. They've just been picking pieces of Eternal Fire like a scab on a knee. Eternal Fire will bleed. Calix then has got so much to do. There's the trade from Exit, and MIBR will force a third and deciding map to see who goes to the final.
Another competitive map in this series, but it is MIBR able to close out their map pick. Both of these teams showing us they are going to be putting up a fight in this semi-final, but neither side